You know, if you really think about it, any popular game or console has lost media. Roblox also has a lot of instances of lost media. Searching lost media up, you will find a whole bunch of different popular TV shows or games, or even consoles like I said earlier. The media varies in sprites, soundtracks, videos, or music, or even the whole game features or accessories. But have you ever thought about the lost media Retrostudio? Retrostudio is a game with 130 million visits and a growing fanbase that looks like it will never stop growing today.
Tell them to bring me my money.
It's bound to not have any lost media, right? Today, we will take a look at and cover Retrostudio's lost media. Some of this media may be partially found, or lost into time. We won't just uncover Retrostudio games, but we'll also uncover Retroblocks, and possibly the owner/developers games. This media comes from accessories and hats that were unused, to videos and events. Retroblocks has came before Retrostudio and has been a part of Roblox for the past nearly 6 years. And with that comes a lot of media that isn't really known in the retro dev community. I hope you guys find this video interesting. Make sure to like and subscribe and become a channel member. It's only $1 a month. I will also be giving away 8,000 Retroblocks that is scattered within the whole video. Keep your eyes open and let's get onto the video. Davidblocks is a fictional client that the creator Roblox and Tyler, also known as A-Ray, made. I think personally that this client resembles much like Dynablocks the way the heads are round. There's 5 different clients of the Davidblocks series, with 2 of them being lost to time. Those being Davidblocks 1996 and Robert Blocks. The ones found are Davidblocks 1994, 2000, and 2020. The reason I mentioned Davidblocks 1994 here, knowing it's the most surface one out of the 5, I mentioned it because since of July 19th of 2022, Davidblocks was removed off of Retrostudio. If you find a game with the timeline, it's either the 2012 or 2015 client in game. The 1994 client shows Davidblocks in 2D action, the 2000 client in 3D action, and last but not least, the 2020 client is really realistic, and I mean really realistic. But overall, the 1994 client is still playable on Roblox as well, but I will show some footage of how it was when it was playable on Retrostudio. Back when you could play Davidblocks on Retrostudio, it was possible to play multiplayer. Cool, right? Anyways, if you've been to Retrostudio YouTubing scene, you may remember the next entry, C1P's Lost Videos. If you aren't really familiar with who C1P is, I understand now I'll explain. C1P, or we'll call him C, was a Retrostudio machinima maker that has over 10 different machinimas. And if you don't know what a machinima is, it's basically like a funny skit. I don't know how you wouldn't know that. He made his channel during 2020. He's made his debut post around April of 2022. His last upload was of December of 2023, but he hasn't came since, as he said that his skits will be made on Retroblocks, an off-site Roblox revival. Shoutouts to Fanboy for archiving these videos. Also, shoutouts to Vibin, Too Many, and The Wall Gamer for basically helping me with a lot of this video. Massive shoutouts and massive props go out to them for helping me with this video. Anyways, let's actually look at one of the archive skits, which is called Machinima C1P is Here. Yeah, I know, quite the outro, but I feel like if he still made videos on Retrostudio, he would have a bigger fan base and a lot more popularity. His channel's down below in the description, and maybe we could get him to make some more Retrostudio machinimas. The reason I put this in partially found is because that C1P may have some more skits that he has never posted to the public, or no one's eyes have seen it before, but who knows? Anyways, the next video is actually featured on one of my older videos. Let's talk about the Retrostudio site test code. Site beta was a code that was made in June of 2021. That's around when I joined. Crazy, right? Type cheddar in the chat if you joined before me, I bet you didn't. This code was made to show how A-Ray, the owner of Retrostudio, was trying to redesign the site of Retrostudio. This was actually going to be the home GUI, but it was never finished. Isn't it crazy if Retrostudio looked like this instead of this? Anyways, it used to be a redeemable code around then until it stopped working around June of 2023. I actually have footage on my channel going over this code, which is very old. Let's take a look, shall we? While site beta doesn't really have any features per se, it was very nice seeing basically the 2013 home menu on Retrostudio. The next topic is actually some lost hats. Let's find out what these hats are and let's look back at them, shall we? Both the Retroblocks series and A-Ray have their own hats. Did you ever know that? Well, the Retroblocks came back from the festival, but other hats such as the Retroblocks Kin the Head are no longer to obtain. A-Ray also has his own wigs in the head that used to be on sale. Pretty cool. This media is found due to there being evidence of people having it. Vibin is also one of the owners of the A-Ray shoulder pet. Pretty cool. I have to warn you though, this next case of lost media is pretty weird. If you didn't know already, Retrostudio was made in October of 2020. I have these very neat screenshots that show what Retrostudio is going to be called in the first player section of Retrostudio of all time. But knowing this, there's going to be lost media in this case. There's really no footage of the first build, but except this one video about the show. Ladies and gentlemen, what I present to you, the Retrostudio October 2020 build. It's crazy and all, knowing that this was the first implementations of Retrostudio, but this is only just the Roblox Studio version part of the game. Me and Vibit are proud to announce that we're going to make this build public to the world. No, not the entirety of Retrostudio. However, would you guys actually like to form a community and build the most earliest version of Retrostudio? Vibit gave me permission to show this to the public just like the video. The RBXL file will be linked in the Discord server in the description for people like you to join. Anyways, let's move on to the next lost media entry. The Retroblocks 2020 event was an event that happened during when Retroblocks was alive and booming. I mean, look at the player list back then, dang. Retroblocks came before Retrostudio, obviously, so this footage is older than any other Retrostudio footage we have on our hands on. Fabe has a great video showing the event as he was here for it back then. Bobbin's really an OG, so let's take a look at this video. Retroblocks had always had a loyal fan base. The admins would host events and would have a lot of fun doing so. It's like Retrostudio, but the community is a lot smaller. Let me know what you guys think. Would you guys like a community like this? Instead of the big community that Retrostudio has today, do you guys rather like making friends in the smaller space? We'll move on to some lost media and move on to a real unused Retrostudio client. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you late 2015. The late 2015 client was a client that A-Ray added. However, this client received a bunch of backlash for being too buggy and difficult to maintain, causing it for it to have a very short lifespan. The only media that I have to prove that it existed was his picture by Too Many in the update logs back from January of 2021. Wow, I played around this time. I could have got some pictures of Lost Media, but nope, I was an infant. Anyways, this next Lost Media might interest you guys. Let's look at the games of Christian 100, Retrostudio's star developer. Place 257. Place 257 was one of Cristiano 100's games that he would usually show out to players. Also, don't forget I'm hiding 8,000 Retroblocks in this video. This screenshot shows that he was very hype and wanted players to play his game. Go into it, it is actually very beautiful. It's great scenery and it's very modern. But you are the new default character when you join. Weird, huh? Cristiano 100 made this game probably just a joke around, but yeah, this is very undiscovered throughout the retro dev community, and I'd like to resurface it back up. Now, last but not least, let's take a look at retro dev's Roblox ads. Back when Roblox had ads, Retrostudio actually made some to promote their game. They made some very nice graphic designs and they would usually put promo codes in them. Wow, RetroDev really did just spoil us with Retroblocks back then. They took great care of us. The code was RetroAd1, which I guarantee doesn't work anymore knowing that this is about 4 years old. We can also point out that David Blocks is in the ad. Pretty cool Easter egg, huh? However, I'm afraid to announce that this will bring us to the end of today's video. Wow, I genuinely can't thank you guys enough, and I just gotta say thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means so much to me. By the time of writing this script, it is almost 4 AM at night. I will do anything to make fire content for you guys, and I hope you guys know that. Make sure to like and subscribe down below. Your guys' support means everything to me, and we're pretty close to hitting 5,000 subscribers. Maybe we could hit it by the end of the year, who knows? We'd be the first Retrostudio YouTuber to ever hit 5,000 subscribers. Anyways, I love y'all boys. God bless you guys. Turn on notifications for more Retroblocks given away, and vids like these. I need to get some sleep.